So let me tell you how God don't make no mistakes. Remember, I've been upset about having to read Leviticus. God told me to read Leviticus and I didn't want to read it because it didn't make sense to me. I didn't understand this senseless slaughter of animals, right? Because I'm like, God, this ain't nothing to do with you. But then God said, go back to what I told you to read. So I started where I left off, which was Leviticus 5, verse 14, which is the procedures for the guilt offering, right? So I go on to read, it's still more slaughter and nonsense, right? So then I get to Leviticus 6, right? 1. It says, sins requiring a guilt offering. It says, the Lord said to Moses, suppose one of you sins against your associate and is unfaithful to the Lord. Suppose you cheat in a deal involving a security deposit, or you steal or commit fraud, or you find lost property, or lie about it, or you lie while swearing that you are telling the truth, or you commit any other such sin. If you have sinned in any of these ways, you are guilty. You must give back whatever you stole, or the money you took by extortion, or the security deposit, or the lost property you found, or anything obtained by swearing falsely. You must make restitution by paying the full price plus an additional 20% to the person whom you've harmed. Then it goes on to talk about how you take the ram to the priest, and the priest douse you with all the ram's blood and put the fat here and the burnt offering there, or whatever the case may be. But long and short, right? So the first thing that came to my mind was my family, right? But then that's my flesh. My flesh said, ooh, they got to pay me back everything they stole plus 20%. But then my spirit said, wait a minute, this is bigger than you, girl. The reason that the United States of America is going through what it's going through is because y'all allowed Christopher Columbus to put us under a lying-ass spell, because witchcraft is manipulation that's also used to change facts, right? And he lied and said he found land that people were already living on. Okay? And then he stole and bartered that land from those people, slaughtered those people, R-worded those people, did all kind of heinous things and spilled those people's blood on this land. And we've been living under that curse ever since. That is why it's not going to get any better. Until you give these people their land back, you give them their money, and then you give them the 20%, and then you make right with God. This is going to continue to be a shit show. Right? But all on top of that, because that's the most important part, but my motherfucking family gonna pay me back what the fuck. You gonna pay what you owe. And I want 20% too. And what you fail to realize, it's not just my 20%, it's 20% for every generation you stole from. I'm gonna be a rich bitch. I don't even like that word, but bitch, what's my favorite word? But you gotta say it like show.